And welcome to Cool Breeze Over the Mountains, a podcast where we chronologically step through and discuss each film starring Keanu Reeves. My name is Andrew Gormley, and I am one of your hosts. I am joined on this episode by the Morpheus to my Neo, Whitney Nelson.
That's right. I am the Morpheus.
Excellent. I was like,
I'm tired and too old for this shit.
Hopefully that's the plot of The Matrix 4, as it is. We're too old for this shit. Let's just shut it down. Shut it down.
Yep.
As foretold by the prophecy, Evan cannot join us on this episode, which is a celebration of our choices. So I don't want to say it's cowardice, but given the fact that on season 1 he didn't change a thing,
thing, and now he's missing. I'm with you.
I think it's pretty telling, is what.
There's something there.
We will dig to the truth, but nonetheless, we will gather his thoughts and changes and apply them. We have like our running lists on the website, in some Google Docs that are accessible to everybody to view and follow along and do all that stuff like that. So that, don't think that he's getting out of it. All right. We know he has some bad choices that he needs to make up for. So there we go. So up top, I want to mention you can find the website, as always, coolbreezepod.com. Email us coolbreezepod@gmail.com. Hit us up on Twitter @coolbreezepod. Had a very active day today with, this is the start of a new season for us, as it were. So, new ideas are bouncing all over the place. A lot of energy, a lot of people responding. We love that. We love to see that.
Mm-hmm.
We also have a Patreon at patreon.com/coolbreezepod. And Whitney, what I have ultimately learned about myself in the time frame that we've had this is that I'm just very bad at maintaining a Patreon, right? So it's basically like, if you want to give us some money, for this, if you think this is something worth doing, worth paying for, do that. That's where you could do it. I can't promise we'll ever have any kind of like super tier rewards for you, but it would be a nice gesture. However, as we always say,
if you get frustrated with Andrew not getting you anything, let me know and I'll knock something up real quick for you. I don't know what it'll be. Paint you a mug.
Yeah.
Draw a drawing.
That'll be good. I'm fine with that.
Just hit me up on Twitter and say, I'm tired of giving you $1 a month for no reason.
Right.
And then I'll, I don't know. All I've been doing lately is making jewelry out of mouse bones and human teeth. So you probably don't want any of that.
Listeners, I know that might sound like a kind of a joke, like,
and that is not facetious.
It is not.
That's real. A lot of jewelry out of mouse bones and human teeth.
True stories. So that is the Patreon, and maybe you'll get some mouse bones, human teeth from Whitney if you sign up at the, I don't know, like the John Mick level. If that's your jam,
let me know, because I can definitely hook you up there.
Yeah, if I feel like that would probably fit in the world of like a fan of Constantine. Those are some things, right? There's some overlap there, maybe. Papa Midnight. Alternately, if you don't want to pay any money, you can review us on iTunes or the Podcasts app now. I understand that it is a pain in the ass to do in the new applications, and it was difficult for me to find. So maybe it's worthwhile for us to put together a quick walkthrough on our website of the best way to do that. Maybe something cheeky. I don't know. I'll think about that. A review is a free way to support the show. Okay. I have some things before we get to the reckoning, just some quick things that are very exciting that I want to talk about and bounce off of Whitney, because she doesn't know some of this stuff yet, which is cool. All right. First up, out of the gate, we have heard you loud and clear about having a more consistent release schedule. So that's on me. I want to shout out a couple really cool listeners who have been binging through our episodes. And I have some pretty staggering facts later on, not too much later on, about how much time they have invested in us, Whitney, which is, it's warms the cockles of the heart.
It really does. It really does.
So first I want to call out Jody Faracci? It's at Jody_FARACI. And that's Jody, JODIE. She was very patient with the release of the Constantine episode. She had told me that she had binged everything up to that point in like a month. which is, that's a lot. It's
That's
a lot.
That's a lot of the show.
So thank you, Jody. Next up, I received an email from listener Zoe P, who wrote to say that we keep her company on her long walk home at night. I'm presuming it's from like work or school. So stay safe,
Oh,
Zoe.
that's nice.
Yeah, thank you for listening. Hopefully, you'll be listening to Constantine or this at some point this week. You'll hear the shout out. And then just wanted to also mention real life fan Becca, who I work with from time to time, who thinks that we should move to a twice weekly release schedule. And that made me laugh, because if you are involved in podcasts in any way, twice weekly, that's ambitious. That's ambitious. So the next thing I want to bring up is something that we have been discussing, is starting as early as the next episode. All right. And this is very exciting. You're going to start to hear some new voices on the podcast. And some of these people you are no doubt familiar with, and then some will probably be entirely new to you. But we were all kind of discussing, who might be a good fit, who has been a good fit. And we found some people who are fans of the show, who have been on the show, that all love Keanu and could bring some really cool new insights, some new dynamics to the show. Very excited to announce that. But we're not telling you who. You're just going to have to tune in. So
You're going to have to wait and find out.
Right. But we will be getting back on a very regimented, much more regular, hopefully Thursday release schedule. The day might change, but we're going to stick to a single day once we get all of our ducks in a row. So that's cool. I thought this might be fun, Whitney. The big data machine. I make reference to this a lot throughout the course of this entire show. And someone asked me if it was real, which was kind of a fun. They're like, what is it? And I'm like, it's nothing. I don't actually write down all those things. I mean, I write down some things, don't get me wrong. But I do keep a running tally of everything that is that's technical that we can track, right? Like obviously points for pop quiz is an example of that, but we have some other really cool statistics here. So I'd like to share some of these with the listeners and maybe you. So you're seeing it right in front of you, but our most downloaded episode is The Matrix Revolutions for season 2.
Interesting.
It boggles the mind, really.
That does boggle. I would not have guessed that.
No, not at all. And it's not close either. It's a pretty wide margin. The next, and this is also super, super weird. It's not on here. So Whitney, I'm going to have you take a guess. Can you think of what might be our second most downloaded episode after The Matrix Revolutions?
I have no idea. The Matrix Revolutions already threw me for a loop, so I really don't know. I don't know.
All right. I'm going to give it to you, and I hope you're sitting down. All right.
I am.
It's me and Will.
What?
I know. But I have no explanation for it either. The only thing I could say about it is a morbid curiosity from people. Maybe it was a movie they had no intention of watching, so they just wanted to download it and hear what we had to say about it. Versus,
well, I do have to say that if I were a listener and not a maker of the podcast, that would be what I would use it for. Is all the stuff that I've heard stuff about one way or the other, to see if it was worth me going into it anymore and devoting any more of my time.
Yeah. And I think that's probably, given the structure of our episodes, we get most of that stuff out of the way, and I think we remain mostly spoiler free up to pop quiz, not through all bets are off. But yeah, I was kind of blown away by that. Some other ones that were pretty close were, let me see here. I have some stuff in front of me. The Devil's Advocate was actually pretty high up there. What do we got here? Babes in Toyland did surprisingly well. Not,
that doesn't surprise me.
Not great, but it was pretty good. And Sweet November, who I know it has its fans. So maybe they were not happy with us and our assessment of that, of that film. But, it did well in terms of downloads. So pretty cool. This is really neat. This is all kind of like analytics type stuff, but our biggest listener base is here in the United States and the United Kingdom, obviously. But we have regular listeners in 18 different countries, which is pretty rad, actually.
Yeah, that's awesome.
And at least two of them, it might be the same person, but at least two of them are in Tanzania, which is... I looked it up, and a lot of people vacation there. Apparently, you can go on multi-$100,000 safaris in Tanzania. It's like a destination spot, which is it's rich. It's rich, is what I'll say. Whitney, obviously, you hold the record for the most points scored in a single round of pop quiz, and that was last episode. You got 9.
I know. I crushed it in the last episode, which is so weird for a movie that I didn't remember ever seeing.
Right. Incredible. Second place is a tie between you and I with 8 points, and then it's scattered all over the place. I think you actually take third and fourth, and then Evan and I split the difference for like last. You tie us for many places all the way down to the bottom. This is my favorite part, and this is why I laughed when Becca said you should do this twice weekly. So if you produce a podcast, you know that it's like just like a minimum time investment if you're doing like the editing. But even if you're just like when Whitney is hosting and I just have to like watch the movie and show up, Whitney is also compiling show notes and doing the pop quiz research and a lot of other kind of, time consuming things. But season 2, our average film length was 1 hour and 54 minutes. The sum total of everything we watched in season 2 was 37 hours and 26 minutes. It's a lot of Keanu. Well,
it is a lot of Keanu.
Except for like in Ellie Parker when it wasn't.
I was going to say, except for Whitney was in Dog Star and then fooled us.
Damn it. The our average episode length, I'm super happy with, is 1 hour and 23 minutes, which feels like right on the money. We ran much longer in season 1, so we've kind of trimmed the fat and got it down to something pretty reasonable. And then the sum total length of all of our episodes in season 2 was 29 hours and 7 minutes. We're talking 60 plus hours of just watching and talking about it, not including everything else that goes into it, which is, that's substantial. That's a substantial amount of time.
It is.
So when you listen to that and you hear it's like, I binged your entire show in a month. It's like, that's a lot of time.
That's a lot. That's like almost a full-time job.
Pretty much. So thank you if that is the case. And then I have just one other cool thing here, which I think season 2, at the end, we always recommend a film or not. And this season, there were 7 films out of 21, so a third, that we do not recommend watching. Which is... That
sounds about right.
Yeah. I mean, it's like a rough... There's some ups and downs. It's like what we've always said about Keanu. There are high highs and low lows, and this season 2 is a great example of that.
It is a really, really prime example of high highs and low lows.
Yeah. So that's that was the big data machine. It's not tabulating. We're not trying to make clones of anybody here, but we certainly are.
How would we be getting their DNA through listening to our episodes?
It's the. Have you watched Westworld? I don't want to spoil Westworld for you.
Not any of season 2.
Oh, it's fidelity. That's what we're aiming. So all those little facts help us establish fidelity. It's DNA is the easy part. You just grab a cup that they were drinking out of. It's perfect. It's like a CSI or whatever. I think it's pretty much how that works,
yeah.
Right?
Clearly, you've researched this.
Right.
You're getting more and more suspicious as you go along, Andrew.
I'm a scientist. You could trust me. So
yeah, I definitely trust scientists of all people to not steal my DNA.
Right. Super easy.
If anyone's going to steal my DNA, it's definitely not going to be a scientist. So that's a good argument.
Exactly. All right. And then one final thing before we get into our reckoning. We have a fan listener of the show, Chloe Bestley, at Chuck Spadina 25 on Twitter. Great username. Perfect username. She went ahead and sent us her rankings so far.
Yeah.
To my understanding, she is not doing the chronological watch, which is probably for the best, but she's picking and choosing.
I mean, I can't say that I recommend it unless you're doing it for sort of like scholarly or podcasting reasons.
Right. Pick the things you want to watch and, go with it. Chloe sent over her list and I love it. And it's 16 films right now. I want to list these off really, really quickly.
It's a very, very good one. There are a few that I disagree with being in a top 10, top 12, top 16. But for the most part, I definitely think that this is a good list here. It's solid.
Right. If these are the 16 that she has watched and ranked, it's actually a pretty wild list, but also well done so far. Okay. So Chloe has this: The Matrix, John Wick 3, John Wick 2, Speed, Constantine, The Matrix Reloaded, The Matrix Revolutions, Hardball, Toy Story 4, Point Break, Always Be My Maybe, My Own Private Idaho, Excellent Adventure, The Man of Tai Chi, and Bogus Journey. So Bogus Journey's in the right spot. Nailed it. Bang on.
I mean, I don't even think Bogus Journeys should be on this top 16 list, I don't think.
Right.
But there's some questionable decisions, but there's also some decisions that I definitely agree with. The fact that of the top 4, 3 of them are John Wick and one of them is The Matrix, I think that's pretty accurate. Yeah, I think that's fair. We haven't gotten to reviewing those yet, so
that's probably going to be our list,
not yet
right?
taken over spots 1, 2, and 3 on my list, but
yeah. I would probably, if it were me, this is just me, I think The Matrix Revolutions might be a bit high for my liking also. That might actually swap spots with, it would probably go after My Own Private Idaho, lower on the list. And then Toy Story 4 would slide up maybe in that spot, I think. Then we're getting closer.
Hardball is a questionable decision as well.
Right. But hey, to each their own. It's cool.
I mean, that's the whole point. Yeah. You know, everyone feels differently about it. I'm not here trying to like knock anyone for feeling a certain way. I just personally think Hardball should not be in your top 16.
Well, when Chloe, if you're listening, follow up. Keep watching. You're doing great. We love it. Keep watching. Keep ranking. Keep sending it to us.
Mm-hmm. Currently, Hardball is at my 31. So
out of it's pretty low on our lists. There is that. So thank you, and please feel free, anybody listening, to send in your rankings, even if you're not watching along chronologically. These are awesome to see and hear about, and how different everybody's tastes can be. All right, are we getting to this thing? I'm nervous.
Yeah.
I'm super nervous.
I guess we're getting into it now.
Oh gosh.
Here we go. Are you ready?
I am. So the reckoning is we atone for our sins here. We rank we reflect on the ranking choices we've made since the beginning, right? So what are we at here now? 39? Is that how many
40 episodes.
40 episodes. And we're human. Mistakes were made.
Mistakes were made. I don't know why A Walk in the Clouds is my number 5. I really don't. I did like that movie a lot more than I thought I would.
Yeah.
Like a lot more, because when I saw it as a kid, I had a lot of feelings that were sort of, angry. That didn't necessarily were not necessarily deserved. But all in all, we are just here to look at the things that we have woefully misranked and try and repair that damage today.
The damage done.
I will tell you right off the bat, I think my 1, 2, 3, and 4 are staying exactly the same.
Got it. Yeah. I'm going to make one tiny switch. All right. I thought my top 5 were locked. I'm going to make one very minor adjustment, and I'll feel super good about my top 5. I'm just going to swap Much Ado and Point Break. That's it. My number 4 and number 5 change places. I watched Point Break again recently. I'm like, God, this movie is fantastic. I love it. I'm going to slide it up. That's all. That's all I'm going to do.
Yeah, so my top 1, 2, 3, and 4 are The Matrix, Speed, Much Ado About Nothing, and Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventure. And I stand by all of those. And in that order, I think Matrix is at the top, Speed's right below it. Much Ado About Nothing will always be in my top 3 because I just watch that movie every year. It's my sick movie, my comfort movie, so that one's always going to be on there. And Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventure definitely deserves to be number 4. I have A Walk in the Clouds at number 5, which I enjoyed that movie. I don't know that I'll ever revisit it again, so it definitely shouldn't be that high.
So where are you thinking? Are you going to try to place it right now, or are we going to hold? Like, I'm curious what your approach is here. Are you going to try to lock in like a top 10 and then see where everything else falls? Or
I think that the top 10 is what I care most about. So I want like a top 5 and a top 10 that I feel like are really representative. And then I'm not so worried about, 20 through 40.
Right. I think I have another suggestion we could probably do is I think our bottom 5 are going to stay where they are as well. Is that safe to assume?
Yes. My bottom 5 are Prince of Pennsylvania, Feeling Minnesota, One Step Away, The Last Time I Committed Suicide, and in the very last place of all the movies we've watched so far, Ellie Parker.
A classic that Roger Ebert himself loved.
Oh my gosh, that makes me so angry.
Yeah.
All right.
But yeah, my bottom 5 are almost aligned with me and Will, Prince of Pennsylvania, One Step Away, Ellie Parker, Last Time I Committed Suicide. I can't see those switching anytime soon. I like those as my least favorite. So good.
I'm putting Constantine at 5.
Nice.
So that's going to be my new top 5 is The Matrix, Speed, Much Ado About Nothing, Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventure, and Constantine.
I like it. I'm going to the next 3 for me, 6, 7, and 8 are Parenthood, The Replacements, and Constantine. I'm going to slide Parenthood over and then swap The Replacements and Constantine. That's all I'm going to do there. I think that's a good...
Gosh, The Replacements is so high for you.
I know. I think nostalgia plays a big role in that one for me.
That's fair. I'm not sure where I'm going to keep Point Break because I want it in my top 10. I don't think it's any higher than 9, which is where I have it right now. So I feel like I need to figure out if I have movies that fill in those extra spots between Constantine and Point Break, or if I'm going to move Point Break up.
Okay.
I definitely think Parenthood I really liked, so that's probably going to be number 6 for me.
Nice. Great film. My next film is Permanent Record.
You have it so high.
It's not staying there. It's one of my... I like that movie, don't get me wrong. And I think that was probably one of the early movies we watched where we saw Keanu and we're like, whoa, holy shit. Like, there's more than meets the eye here. So it has a special place there. But I'm dropping that down. Okay.
Yeah, I think that should go down. I moved My Own Private Idaho up just 1 spot to number 7.
Okay. For the time being, I'm going to put Permanent Record down at like 20. I don't know what's going to happen next, but I'm going to put it down there. I think that's kind of where
do I have it? I have it at 12, so we both have it higher than it should be.
Right. It's just we've seen some stuff and it's not bad. That's all. So my next film is Tune In Tomorrow, and it's staying. It's actually gonna.
I think Tune In Tomorrow is gonna move up for me.
Yeah, I think so. Permanent record left. I think Tune In Tomorrow is going to fill that void, and then The Matrix Reloaded will move up right behind it. So that's my new top 10, and I love it. I'm feeling great. So you've got some choices to make now. You got Point Blank.
I definitely have some choices to make. Something's Got to Give is a good movie. I think I liked it less this time around than I did the first time around that I watched it. So my ranking it higher now was because I have a soft spot for those kinds of movies and like the movies that she makes. And I liked it when it first came out. I don't know that it's a top 10 movie though. So I think that's going to go at number 11.
Okay. All right. That's a good spot for it.
Don't think A Walk in the Clouds deserves to be in my top 10. So what do I put in my...
You got an 8 spot open.
Number 8 spot is the question.
So many choices. So many choices.
I think The Matrix Reloaded.
Wild. Okay. Yeah, that's good. It's in my top 10
jumps up. I mean, that's 9 spots that it's moving up.
That's a lot. But hey, it appears to be better than every movie it's skipping. That's all I'm going to say. So
yeah. And then I think Walk in the Clouds is going to move down from number 5 to number 12.
Okay. All right.
Why did I have The Gift so high? Did I really like The Gift that much?
I think you did. It was kind of a cool gothic southern, we had that,
Yeah, I did like it that much. I think I did. Just there was really good performances in it. Yeah. Okay. I'm going to move that to number 13. I think the next... No, I'm going to move Chain Reaction above Dracula.
Chain Reaction above Dracula.
Yeah, because I had it down at number 16, so I'm moving it up to 14. And then Dracula, Little Buddha, and Johnny Mnemonic are staying in the same order under Chain Reaction.
Yeah. Dracula, for me, feels just a smidge too high based on some of the things that we have... Some of the things, because it's currently at my number 13 spot. So what I'm going to do is actually, Something's Gotta Give is going to go to the 11th spot. I'm going to move Thumbsucker up to number 12. That movie grew on me a little bit. I'm going to put, for the time being, I'm going to put Dracula around 14, I think. I have a 13 spot that's open. I think that's going to go to... God.
It's hard.
Yeah.
Sometimes you get these ones and you're like, I really don't know where that fits in. Like for me, A Walk in the Clouds. I don't know why that one was so high on my list. It's still higher on my list than it probably should be.
Yeah, but
it was not that good of a movie. But it just, and then you're like, well, where does it fit in compared to The Gift? And it's like, you can't compare those two movies. So I did Dracula, Little Buddha, Johnny Mnemonic in the same order. I put Permanent Record after that. And then I think the next ones that were on my list, 18, 19, 20, and 21 are staying the same, which is The Replacements, River's Edge, Brotherhood of Justice, and Dangerous Liaisons in that order.
Yeah. That tracks. I think I'm moving The Devil's Advocate up into 13. I had a good time with that movie. That was too long. I am
gonna move The Watcher up, but I feel like moving The Watcher up over The Matrix Revolutions might get me shot.
What a slap in the face.
I know.
No, that's not, I mean,
I would rather watch if you sat me down right now and said, you have to watch The Watcher or Matrix Revolutions before the end of the evening, I would choose The Watcher. I just would.
Yeah, The Watcher went for it. At least Keanu was entertaining, That was there's something there. I'm gonna
Boy, I hated Hardball.
But not the most.
Not the most.
I think I'm gonna do what you did. I like this chunk of movies I have right in a row. Johnny Mnemonic, A Walk in the Clouds, Chain Reaction, and The Gift. I'm gonna just move them whole cloth right from one side to the other. And they move up they were in the 17, 18, 19, 20 spot. They're now 15 through 18. And that feels pretty good.
Mm-hmm.
Poor River's Edge it's not looking good for, it was too high.
I mean, it's not a very good movie, so I'm not too worried about it.
I'm going to move, the only other thing I'm going to do, I think, is move My Own Private Idaho up, right under The Gift. And River's Edge will drop in that place. And that feels great. Done.
Yeah, and then the rest kind of sorts itself out from there.
Yeah, I'm not seeing anything incredibly wrong with the remainder of the list. I'm like, The Flying, Hardball, Sweet November, The Watcher, I Love You to Death. Feeling
Even
Minnesota,
Cowgirls Get the Blues, Youngblood. None of those are going to go anywhere.
Right, they're fine.
Really, at this point, the bottom of the list is the last spot on the list is really the only important one for any of those. Because that whole, The Night Before, Youngblood, even Cowgirls Get the Blues, Sweet November sort of slush bucket at the bottom.
Yeah.
The only thing that's going to be notable is if something is worse than Ellie Parker. Because it was very notable when we thought anything was worse than One Step Away. Because for most of the time that we've been doing this podcast, One Step Away, that 28-minute short, was the bottom of the barrel. And then the last time I committed suicide, it jumped below that. And then for me, Ellie Parker jumped below that again. So I think the only thing notable in the 30s on is the very last spot. Does something usurp the last spot?
It'll be interesting to see. So as a preview of what we have coming up for season 3, man, I feel really good about these lists now. We'll have to get Ev's, but
I feel good about mine too.
Yeah.
My top 10, I feel, is really good for me.
Yeah. It's it's like a weight off my shoulders. I could give this top 10 and be like, yes, that's exactly what I planned. Mm-hmm. It's not like, why is River's Edge at number 7? So season 3, which this is actually covering, in case you weren't aware, our seasons basically cover about 10 years of Keanu's career. So we'll have up until season 4, and that'll take us, well into the mid 2020s. But we start with A Scanner Darkly, The Lake House, Street Kings, Day the Earth Stood Still. I'm trying to see. We have the Private Lives of Pippa Lee, Man of Tai Chi, 47 Ronin. Then we have John Wick, which is a gimme. Knock Knock, mm-hmm. Exposed, the movie Keanu,
What's crazy to me is you get into stuff that's just in the last couple of years, and we're still not out of the peaks and valleys thing.
No, it's
you look at this, and there's some that I still don't even know what the names of these movies are. I don't know what some of these movies are.
I've never
and
heard
it's
of some.
How did he make it a year ago, and I don't know the movie?
Right. I think I mentioned it. I had somebody ask me. It was super recent. They were like, have you watched or talked about Replicas yet? And I'm like, I don't, in what capacity? And they're like, it's a Keanu Reeves movie. And I'm like, no, I don't know what Replicas is. It's like, he did it between the John Wick 2 and 3. Cool. All right. Good.
Alrighty.
Yeah.
It's fun though, because we still have mystery. You feel like you start to get into the ones where it's, we're watching The Matrix and Something's Gotta Give and all of these ones that you know about. You start to feel like there's not going to be any surprises, but we have so much room for surprises still.
Mm-hmm. I'm doing a quick count right here. 1, 2. There are 17 movies that we're going to cover, or 16 movies and then our reckoning. So 16 films that we're going to cover in this season, and I have not seen 7 of them.
A lot of them.
Yeah, or no, it's actually, I have not seen 11 of them. So most of them are like, huh? So It's just this weird period of Keanu. This might be the most of a season. I was like, I have no idea what this is. It's kind of exciting. I might find a new favorite Keanu movie. We will find the favorite Keanu movie, but maybe like a close second or third. I don't know. So I think that's it. That feels great. Do you feel good?
Yep. I feel really good about my new list.
Oh, good. We can.
Now I don't have to go in and put a movie in and be like, why is this so high anymore?
It's so bad. So
what is your final top 10? Say it again so that we're all on the same page.
All right. So mine goes like this.
Locked in.
Feel
till the
great.
next reckoning.
Till the next reckoning. I have The Matrix, Speed, Excellent Adventure, Point Break, Much Ado About Nothing, Parenthood, Constantine, The Replacements, Tune In Tomorrow, and The Matrix Reloaded. How about you?
All right. Yeah. So I've got The Matrix, Speed, Much Ado About Nothing, Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventure, Constantine, Parenthood, My Own Private Idaho, The Matrix Reloaded, Point Break, and Tune In Tomorrow.
It's perfect. It's a perfect list.
Yep. I feel really good about it.
There's some overlap, and then there's like, I have The Replacements and you have My Own Private Idaho, so there's a couple of wild cards, some character. It's good.
Yeah.
All right. So I think that's going to probably do it for the reckoning part.
Mm-hmm.
So let's chat about next week, which is the start of season 3.
Scanner Darkly.
Yeah, Richard Linklater's A Scanner Darkly, which is based off of a Philip K. Dick. I don't know if it's a novel or a short story, but source material from him. And I'm thinking, was that also the case for Johnny Mnemonic? Or no, it was a different... I felt like there was another adaptation that Keanu did that was based off of Philip K. Dick, but I could be wrong.
No, Johnny Mnemonic was, I think.
Oh, cool. All right, so that is pretty neat. So we get these little weird overlaps in his career, like actors, directors, source material.
Yeah, Johnny Mnemonic is based on a William Gibson story.
Got it. Okay. So, kind of a cool thing. I have never seen A Scanner Darkly. I know that the cast is pretty unbelievable, and it's got that cool rotoscoping thing going on. So yeah, I'm looking forward to it. You have seen it, correct?
I have seen it. Yes.
Okay.
I have.
Then I'll be excited. Your initial impressions of it, were they like, you're like, oh, you think back on that fondly, or you're like, I don't know about that?
I do think back on it fondly. I have a complicated relationship with Richard Linklater because when I was a pretentious teenager, I was obsessed with Richard Linklater, and now I go back and I look at it and I'm like, can this guy get his head out of his own ass for like 2 seconds, please? Which, I mean, that's how most teenagers are anyway. So like, I'm not trying to argue with it or anything, but I very, very much like Waking Life was my movie for a few years.
Okay.
And so there's parts of it that I really, really enjoy. There's parts like the style of it is really cool. But also it's Richard Linklater, and at some point you go, can he just please for like a second take his head out of his own ass?
He tends to make it's interesting. I haven't seen too much of his stuff, but I understand that he is like he'll make things that run for like decades. Like I remember reading about Boyhood, and he's like, yeah, we literally watched this kid grow up. Like it was, I mean, kind of a story, but that's sort of thing. And then I remember I think he also did the Before trilogy, like Before Sunrise, Before Midnight, or I don't know. But those, again, it's like a trilogy that's told over the course of 20 actual years. Like they made the first one in the 90s and they just finished.
There was the same cast that literally filmed him growing up.
That is unbelievable. It's unbelievable. So
I mean, it's an interesting idea, but again, at some point you're just like, okay, you should do something else now.
Right. I feel similarly about James Cameron, but hey, it's do something else, James. That's all. I can't fault him. The dude went to the bottom of the ocean, so
Yeah,
I guess
you know.
It's kind of Avatar 5. Come on. All right. That brings us to the end of The Reckoning. I feel great. All of this will be reflected on the website under our rankings section there with our picture and our rankings. I think what I'll do is I won't go in and do that every week. You can go to the Google Doc yourself to see our week-to-week ratings. But when we lock it in at The Reckoning, then I'll do the full list. I think that feels like a fair compromise there. So
yeah, I think that's good because that's what we do at The Reckoning is look through everything we've said and rejudge how we feel about things. And obviously it's going to change as we keep seeing more movies, but I think that's a good time to update.
All right, good. So until A Scanner Darkly, what do you have going on this week, Whitney?
Well, for Historical Hotties, we just released an episode of Gender Pioneers. That's what we called it. Gender Pioneers. So it's people who are breaking gender boundaries in history long before there was even terminology to describe what it was they were doing. It's a really interesting episode. So you can search Historical Hotties in any of your podcast apps, or we're at Historically Hot on all social media. And you can find us there. My Twitter is at Whitney_Nelson. And, you know, I did an episode recently of Almost Better Than Silence, which is a video game podcast. And I talked about, what did I talk about? The Long Dark and Roller Coaster Tycoon Mobile.
Nice.
And yeah, so you can go find that if you want to hear me talk about video games. Yeah.
Cool. All right. You can find me on the internet at Dark Driving, Instagram, Twitter, very active there. Been streaming games. There's like a little bit of an overlap there. Streaming games on Twitch at twitch.tv/darkdriving. And then I'm coming up on a pretty cool milestone, 3,000 subscribers over on my YouTube channel, The Primary Storyline, where I just get together. I generally do a quick live stream at a random time. People join in, they ask questions about video editing, film production, that sort of thing. I walk them through how I might approach that sort of thing. It's a really cool community. So if you subscribe and you have the app on your phone, you'll get the notification when I start a live stream. And we just keep it pretty light. There's usually a beer or two involved and hang out for about an hour and answer questions. It shouldn't work, but it does. And it's really cool. So if you have an interest in that, The Primary Storyline's where you can find me. Pretty cool stuff. That brings us to the end. We're done. Short episode. Gotta love it. I'm gonna press this button. Yeah, there it is. I love this song. It's really, really good. With that, thank you all for joining us. And in the words of Bill S. Preston and Ted Theodore Logan, be excellent to each other and party on, dudes.
Stop recording.
We have reckoned.